So as you're walking past, you do hear some commotion coming from inside the doctor's office.
We didn't go near there. Only Storm Chaser did.
I
We
mean,
went around.
either way. There is a house in front of you.
Yeah. Yes. I knock on the door.
No one answers. Like to point out that just because their token is there doesn't mean they're there. You don't know where they are per se.
Okay. I walk around the house to check to look for a window.
Now there's a broken one out the back.
Yeah, the one you broke with the gun.
Yeah, and I remember
there's a couple of others. You look in, you can't see anyone.
I slowly
you
open
go to
the back door.
hole and look in the hole.
Oh God.
I go for the back door. Is the back door open?
It is closed but not locked.
Okay. I try to stealthily open the door. Oh, great. They haven't used WD-40.
And then you open the door.
Oh, God.
I mean, this is a raised house with wooden floors, so good luck with that.
Yeah. Right.
It's a raised house with an underground basement.
Exactly.
All right,
or rather, it is raised slightly so that all of what is basement is not below ground level. Like the top half a meter of the basement is above ground level, technically.
Okay, so I try to sort of peek through the door to see if anyone's inside.
You cannot see anyone inside.
Oh, bugger. Okay, I walk back to, I try to find Ironheart and Fernando.
Yep, you can't find them anywhere.
This is just great.
We're watching him from the trees.
Yeah.
I try the front door.
It is unlocked.
I open the front door.
It opens with a creak.
And trying to peer inside around the door.
You cannot see anyone inside.
Okay.
Fernando nudges Ironheart. He's going in. He must be doing it.
And I kind of look around, like, trying to see if there's any pony behind me, and I just sort of raise my hooves up, like, there's no one here.
Let's go.
Fernando appears out of nowhere.
Whoa!
Hello.
You're good.
And spring in the hole.
So yeah, Fernando, looks like the coast is clear. I checked both entrances and doesn't look like anyone's inside.
Okay. Well then.
Well, I'll stay by this door, just in case.
Just watch the road.
Yeah, I'll watch through the house and the road.
I guess shoot your gun in the air if anyone's coming.
Oh.
And just say that you're doing target practice or something if anyone asks why. And if they ask why you're shooting in the air, say you're target practicing the clouds, because that's what Pegasi do.
He's not a Pegasus.
Right, but I'm an Earth pony.
Yes. They don't know you've never had wings.
How about are you saying I'm potentially using Pegasi for target practice?
Why not?
So we cut to Airtender back in the bar as he wakes up and he's like, "Oh, my stump hurts." He has one wing, remember?
Right.
It's almost as if someone's reminding me of how something happened.
No, Fernando says, no, what I mean is, only that one pony's seen under your coat, unless you didn't take it off. So no one knows whether or
He
not
didn't.
you had wings. So no one knows whether or not you had wings. So you could just claim to be a wingless Pegasi.
Lol. I hear moaning. Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that.
Just clouds for target practice.
All right. Good luck.
And I walk in.
And I'm in the hole.
Yep, you walk inside. There is... I think there's the main living area that has the kitchen attached to it. 2 bedrooms and like a third room that could be a bedroom, but it's not used as one.
That could be where
And
Windrush is.
beside that there is a 4th door that's just kind of closed. It's probably a cupboard or something.
Fernando looks in the main house area for anything suspicious.
There is still like a shard of glass on the ground. As if no one's cleaned it up.
Suspicious. That's suspicious.
Alright. One of the bedroom doors is open and it looks like there's an unmade bed in it. There's cupboards and all that stuff. And there's just a basket of clothes.
Okay, he looks for the entrance to the basement.
Alright. You can't see it.
He opens the 4th door.
It is the downward stairs to the basement.
He goes down.
Yeah, it is in the back of the house. Like, they're right up against the wall. They hit that wall and then start going that way. You know what I mean? Like, they're corner stairs. As soon as you open the door, actually, you hear moaning.
He walks down.
Alright. Are you trying to do stealthily?
Yes.
Roll your body. I think that would be. Actually, body and acuity.
Yeah, that's what I rolled.
That's my acuity.
No, that's Stormtrooper.
Will be magic or what?
Will would probably be acuity and will.
I just had this flashback to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and it's like, imagine a trash can. Imagine a trash can.
Teacup.
Teacup.
No, we will not be having Trixie.
So
Well, I
you're
guess
able
it's,
to go down the stairs without them creaking too much. And
And
as
they
you get
take our
down,
pies. They'll never take our teacups. Sorry.
yeah, Windrush is just there on the ground, clutching her stomach, kind of moaning, like writhing as well.
Everyone under.
I not.
Yo, hello.
Could she not hear you or something?
Oh, so wait, you're still in the hole? Is the last thing I heard.
Just opened it and just came in. I pretty much made the hole bigger.
I mean, the
Yeah,
hole
like,
is dirt.
the hole.
The hole in the wall is not pass-throughable. It's just
No,
like a
it's
brick-size
stones.
hole.
Yes, and I actually opened the fucking hole, which we made.
Which is
from
made
the
of more
cornerstone.
bricks that have the weight of a house on them and can't be moved. Or at least not without a lot of effort.
And probably a lot of noise.
See, Windrush would have heard it, or Stormchaser would have heard it, but they didn't.
Because it didn't happen.
Because it happened.
Okay.
So Fernando's just standing at the bottom of the stairs and vaguely sees Ironheart through the hole.
Yep.
Tiny bit of light behind
He looks
him.
as if he thinks he's gotten through the hole.
Wow.
Fernando just sort of half frowns and shakes his head like, what? Why?
Well, without
Anyway, the
making
basement has, I don't know, picture your stereotypical horror movie basement where there's some cans of stuff on the wall and shelves. There's a single light that could easily dangle from a dangling light. And there is over by the corner that has been... The corner that has the hole in it there's obviously been some stuff there previously, recently, but it's all been moved and there's nothing there anymore.
Okay.
Hey, Fernando, what's
There is
Windrush doing?
just a tiny bit of blood at the bottom of the stairs.
Hmm?
Okay. Fernando
Like
uses his
a droplet.
magic to... Well, Fernando uses his magic to try and hold Windrush in place so that if she sees him, she won't be able to lunge at him or anything.
So let's go back a bit. Ironheart, what are you doing? Because you are still in the hole outside.
Yeah.
And you can't see that Fernando has made her way down yet. His whatever.
Yeah.
Zims.
Well, I get in anyway, even though I had to force my way through.
You force your way through, she
Oh
very
my
clearly
God.
hears you, and you probably get stuck.
You'd barely be able to fit your muzzle through, really.
Not only is a transdimensional spell, but what do I know, right? I managed to learn a while back a transdimensional spell.
Good luck with that. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
So basically, teleport. Or as it was called
He theoretically
in the original
knows
show,
teleport. Blink.
or as it was called in the original show, winking out.
You're not wrong. But goddamn.
Now, I phased through.
I
the
watched a lot of
frickin',
that.
No, let me rephrase that. I'm gonna let that be true, but you theoretically know it. It's like, I know what pi x tangent means. I don't even think that's a real thing. But basically, you've read how to do it. You've never done it. I'm sure it'll work the first time.
Like driving a car.
It's like riding a bike with one wheel.
So, a unicycle.
You could potentially
No, a
lose
bike with
more
one
than half
wheel.
a year.
That's much
A
harder.
unicycle.
It's like saying a two-wheeled unicycle is a bike. That's completely not true.
No, a bicycle is a bike with two wheels.
But this one has
Unicycle
one.
is a bike with one.
This is so stupid. Anyway, you are outside of the hole. You do not
Before I freaking
have a feasible
get
way of getting in silently.
Before I joined up with the dogs, I poured over books of magic. And I was
I thought you were a
kind
monk.
of long before. Yes, with the, never mind.
So we know a character who knows a lot of magic and can't do shit with it.
That's right.
His name is Sunburst. And I think that is actually a prime example. You
It's
know how to
actually
do
the-
it.
I'm sorry.
You just can't.
I'm sorry. You want to like me to sunburst?
Don't worry,
Right,
he
okay.
becomes Starswell the Bearded when he learns all the magic and travels back in time. Obviously.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah,
That's good. I like that.
I've
know
heard that
phasing
theory.
magic. What do I know, right?
You know that pi X tangent.
So are you just gonna attempt it or not?
I'm just... Nah.
I mean, he could try it and then get splinched
Yeah,
and just die.
that's why not.
Wow. Thanks for the trust, guys. Thanks for the trust.
I'm not there. I have a gun and I'm ready to shoot it.
Yeah, and well, the DM thinks I don't know shit about magic,
Oh no, you know a lot about magic. You're just not good at it.
and I've used
I mean,
it multiple times. Thank you.
You didn't get
because
You didn't take the skill good at magic like Fernando did.
Mm.
That is literally one of his spells. His skills. He's good at magic.
Mhm.
You didn't take that.
and
So
what
you're-
I'm supposed to be
you're-
a novice instead.
Yes. You have the basic knowledge that pretty much everyone in the show has shown, except for the people who are specifically good at magic.
I think what Bison's getting at is like there's a difference between knowing spells and being able to execute them. So you know them, but it's like you wouldn't necessarily have the practice or the opportunity to execute them. And the question is, would you really want to, without starting at least small, for example, like with a teacup? Like, for example, maybe, I don't know, you could do something with the bricks, maybe, or sorry, I'm ready to shoot things.
Do I levitate a earth pony with a gun?
You can probably just do it, but it does take some strain.
Hmm.
I would say
Earth
you know the
ponies are
levitate
heavy.
spell. But it is like, magic is a muscle,
But of course,
so you only have a limited amount of strength with it.
and of course I'm the novice.
I mean,
Woohoo.
Is a question for Fernando's character. Does Fernando have the capability to cast illusions or to pretend to be someone that she's trying to convince to never being of?
Hey, but anyway, whatever.
Illusion magic's pretty simple according to the show.
Mm.
I mean, Trixie can do it.
Mm. So maybe that's something maybe Ironheart could do.
probably. Like,
He
Mm.
already did it.
You
He
can
thinks
make
there's a
it-
hole in the wall.
You can give yourself a
Yeah,
pair of
so-
glasses, which, as we all know, makes you a completely different person.
Gosh, damn you, Superman.
Just come in the house and come down the stairs.
Yeah.
Or just ram into the wall at full speed. I'm sure that'll work too.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not-
a cracked horn.
That actually
A
would
cracked
work.
horn would suit you.
Right.
Broken
Anyways,
horn would
I went
suit your
inside.
character.
But yeah, if you've
Oh,
successfully
God,
cast an
I'm
illusion before
the
Ironheart,
fucking novice.
Yes.
but you've done illusions before, haven't you? You were able to create illusion. That's what Fernando said.
I've done more than illusions. I've done duplicates.
Successfully.
Rather successfully. It's
Just-
actually been required a few times.
I'm just thinking the first episode of Naruto where he makes the horrible shadow clone of himself. So
And that's
anyway,
part of
you've
the
come
game,
inside.
basically.
Rainbow Dash.
Oh. Well, that's technically what 20% cool is about.
Yep. So you've come inside, you've seen Fernando go down the stairs, you walk up behind him. Are you going down the stairs stealthily?
I didn't stealthily go down. I just jumped.
I mean, you also haven't really
landed
been...
on the I landed on the brick floor, jumping off the stairs.
There's a corner in the stairs.
Yeah.
You'd have to turn
You just...
mid jump.
I mean, you hit a wall and then just fall sideways with the continued momentum, obviously.
It's pony pinball.
Jumped over the side of the freaking whatever.
Alright. You could
Would've
do
jumped
that.
over
You could
the
go
rail.
like 5 or 6 stairs down and then just jump the rail.
That's pretty much
It
what I
is
did.
dark inside there, though. Like, you can see the silhouettes of that stuff I described, but for the most part, you can't see much. Including what you would be landing on. I mean,
Which
chances
I
are
have
it's
a
nothing.
Which I have a feeling would be an iron trap. Because, I happen to be a freaking novice for some reason.
Because most people are. The vast majority are.
Unless your talent is magic, you aren't good at magic.
Or rather, good is the best you can be.
Mm.
I was rather masterful of... Oh, whatever.
I mean, you're masterful amongst Earth ponies.
Except at growing plants.
Yeah, they oddly do that better for some reason.
Though that didn't really help Bullrush.
He's secretly a packet. Nah, that's stupid much.
Um,
So you say Novice is very low, but honestly, Novice is the first stage. There is stuff below Novice.
Beginner and
apprentice?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I would say in the equivalent of magical apprentices to real-life apprenticeships, Novice would be the apprenticeship comparison of real life.
Mm.
Which
You could say when you left the
would
order,
be-
you were starting, you were sort of, maybe halfway or a quarter of the way for your being a apprentice, aka novice.
How about this? I'm going to establish what you can do. You can lift probably more than you physically can lift with magic. You can make probably the equivalent of the minor illusion spell of D&D. You can't teleport. You can probably teleport other small things with strain. And I can't think of... You can't lift yourself, but you can lift others just. And I can't think of other things offhand. But that would be about the limits of your power. And you can go beyond that, but it will be hard. Like, you can easily lift, real life equivalent, you can easily lift 30 kilos. You can lift 50 kilos, it's just hard. You know what I mean by that?
I mean, you've seen Twilight. You've seen Twilight literally like sweat bullets in the show, trying with a difficult spell, like oh gosh,
Diasamana?
yeah, that one. She magicked real hard.
That was Ghostbusters as well.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Twilight started out not being able to do much, and she's grown a lot, so she knows a lot of spells.
Yeah, the Alicorn
Doesn't help
power-up
that
kind
she
of made
seems
her
to
OP.
forget them every time.
Excuse me, the only one that matches and possibly beats Twilight is Starlight.
Yeah, and her cutie mark is magic. She's
They're
literally magic.
They're both magic.
Yeah.
Hers is more of a glimmer, whereas the sparkle is kind of more of the reflection.
Oh.
I mean, your cutie mark is the peace symbol, so you'd know magic to do with that. You'd know magic to do with the peace symbol, so
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe you could do some mental stuff to make people happy or
My
less
light is
angry.
flickering.
I
The
have
ghosts are here.
more. Hmm.
Fernando
And-
has no cutie mark. It just changes whatever role he's playing. He played a good magician once.
Oh, the glory of OCs.
Well, maybe
So
that's
great.
something. Maybe that's something we need to do. That Aaron could do is tap into the mind of Windrush and see what the hell's going on. Because you do have an opening through this. You do have a hole to channel your ability through.
He can't see her though through the
Mm.
hole,
I'm
and
Oh.
he's come down the stairs with me. So
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But since you're already there, then you're really nothing stopping you. And like you're saying with your cutie mark with the peace symbol, getting into people's heads is probably something your character can do.
it's
You
probably
mean like
less,
a psychonic link?
probably
Yeah.
less that, and more just emotion based and more like
Yeah.
calming effect.
Just
Yeah.
because
Less
I
reading
know a lot,
minds.
just because there's usually a good wording for this, I'm gonna go with D&D spell equivalents, and I think there's,
Yep.
was it detect thoughts?
Yeah, that's one.
Yep.
There's also one that that calms people down. In the game I'm watching, they used that.
Yep. Calm
to-
emotion.
Yeah, calm emotions. You need to use that. That would get you out of having your ear shot off and stuff.
No, the ear shot off was from Storm Chaser.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
was me.
but there never would have been a reason for him to have his gun out if you'd calmed the emotions and there was no one yelling at each other.
Excuse me. The reason
Bull-
why I
Bullrush had him
lost
in
him
a
to
headlock.
Storm Chaser was because we were doing the weeds and he used the butt of his gun on the weeds and it went off.
Yes, it did.
Okay,
and
well,
I
I
got
don't
the knee
quite
for it.
remember. But we sewed it back on.
And replaced blood with alcohol.
That's the best way to do that.
So anyway, what's your play, Iron?
I'm gonna
Get into her head.
attempt
Get into it.
a psychonic link.
Sweet.
So, because I'm looking at it now, as far as I can tell, the first thing that's even close to teleport spells on Wizard D&D list is level 5 spells, which is pretty damn high.
Mm.
That's my
Yeah.
point.
That's like Sauron high.
Yeah. Who?
Sauron.
Oh.
Don't worry, he's dead now.
You're not wrong. Where
Well,
is
I'd
it?
say the closest is Blink, but you don't have any control over that, really.
Well, that would be a level 3 spell
yeah.
anyway, which is like
Oh.
still pretty far
Yeah.
into it.
I'm just gonna leave that alone.
Okay.
Here we go. Detect
So-
thoughts. I'm just gonna.
So what does Iron need to roll?
I know. I've gone down the rabbit hole of looking up D&D spells. What were you doing? I've not been paying attention to most of this conversation.
So I think the idea
Detect
is
thoughts or a psychonic
Exactly.
link.
yeah. So Iron's going to try and tap
Psychic.
into
Psychotic is something completely different.
Why not?
I think he says psychonic.
Yeah, so
Which is
Psychic Link, not Psychotic Link.
Oh,
I didn't say psychotic.
psychonic with an N.
Oh. Okay, I
Why
didn't hear
not
that
both?
properly.
That's right.
And yeah, Fernando is just using his telekinesis to hold her down.
Hold
he
her
doesn't-
down.
So let's.
So that she can't attack if she knows that they're there.
Oh, Right. Right. Good point.
Okay, so
She seems to be in a lot of pain anyway.
Fernando's
might
gone
help
down the
'cause
stairs
we
first,
need
gotten
make
down the
sure-
bottom. Ironheart is just behind him. You can.
Wow.
Yes. Zit.
I feel
Yeah.
so sad.
You are just behind Fernando.
Fernando.
Yes. So did you jump the rail or are you on the stairs behind him? It's never gonna
I
not happen.
jumped over the rail.
Alright. You land with a thud on the ground. As in, not sideways, just thudding, you know what I mean.
Yes, I'm
You land
aware of what
normally.
you mean.
Loudly. That's when Fernando grabs her with her magic and just kind of pins her. And you try and like infiltrate her mind and just get a base reading of what she's thinking.
Right. What do I need
So
to
you,
roll?
I reckon this is. Let me have a look at your character. Magic would
hot.
be acuity and will, I reckon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that'd be 9 d6s.
Sweet.
Yeah. That being said, I reckon this is a conflict at this point.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are the two of us involved in this conflict with her?
That would be cool.
Yes, I'm going to drag us over here.
So I get to roll as well as him.
What the?
Oh, what?
Streaming Cowboy by Tommy Tom.
Worst terrible scissors.
I think you kind of need to clear
Okay,
the
yeah.
board off.
God. What the?
Yeah, you
Is
kinda
that
need to
really?
clear-
Is that really her mental state at this point? Well, probably.
No, that's not what it. That for some reason loaded up.
No, really?
It's connected to the page.
Yeah, that's what. Yep, it is. So someone's been
What?
on. I know who did that.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't any of you.
Was it the crasher?
Can
No, it's
you,
the person who was on my computer yesterday.
Oh,
Right. You gonna clean that?
Yeah.
so clean.
So what do we roll?
Ironheart's magic for starters,
Well, I've already rolled that.
and I have a character sheet for Windrush. There we go, character sheet.
I should have done this in sequence. Shit. Oh well.
I'm just gonna open something.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna pull up my dog's cheat sheet so I actually know what I'm doing.
It's Rosie.
That's clever.
Well, that's a lot of 4s.
Organization.
Eh. I just have a lot of 4s.
The four will be with you always.
And
I've
missed.
also got 5s.
Wow.
And a few of them too.
Sweet. You're gonna crush it.
I
Yeah,
don't
give it a
think
second.
so. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
So what do I roll? What am I rolling?
I reckon you are trying to hold him down with your magic, so that would be will
Yeah.
and body.
Mm,
And can I add my good at magic?
Yep.
mm.
Just keep those simple.
Will and body, was it? Or
Yep.
Yeah. No. Will and acuity. That's
yeah, that will and acuity.
Otherwise, I would have done 8 d6s, not 9. I would have done 8.
8.
Right. Okay. Get going. Anyways.
Okay.
BRB, guys.
Radio.
So do I put mine on the board as well?
Yep.
Well, that would kind of make a bit of sense, though.
There we go.
What the f... Can't even touch that. What the hell's wrong with me?
Those are a... No, that's right. Okay.
Oh shit. Fernando would actually beat me.
So I reckon you start Ironheart by just... You probably probe her mind before, or try to start probing her mind before she realizes she's being held down. So you should start by raising with your initial magic-y, spelly attack. Which is 2 dice that I have to match with 2 or less. Ideally, at least.
Well, you'll match that, no worries.
Yep. In fact, I'm going to match it with this.
Yeah.
So
Which means you keep that.
I get that back as... So your initial dive in just kind of... So, unlike the teleport that you've never done before, you have done this one before, like just trying to detect thought spell, basically. And it's definitely unusual. You've been resisted before, but this has been resisted really strongly. Like, there is something stopping you from getting in the normal ways.
Yes, well, I have a feeling that's all
She
about.
is going to try and... She is going to try and break out from the magic hold. She realizes she's being pinned down. She has instantly stopped moaning and writhing, obviously, and just tries to... It's essentially as if you have gotten on top of her and held her down by the arms. You can still resist that if you're strong enough, but it's hard to do. But she is doing that pretty strongly.
So that's me
Yep.
doing that.
So yeah,
I'm good at magic.
Yeah, you managed to keep the pin pretty well.
I'm just trying to keep her down so that we can do whatever we need to do and question her and stuff.
Hold her down and probe her.
Oh god, really?
That's what you're doing.
Get her done.
Yes.
Good jobs.
So who
If
wants to do
that's how your
something now?
mind's going, we should have had Storm Chaser in here.
Probably, but anyways.
You're holding her down and probing her mind. I don't know what's so bad about that.
Stop
What are you
it.
talking about?
It's the way Storm Chaser said it, or Lucky said it, I guess.
So anyway,
Whatever.
you can raise now to do whatever you're doing.
So I'll raise.
Yep.
Okay.
Either one of you.
You can raise to do something else if you want. Like try again or...
Yeah, you failed the first attempt, but you still got... Basically, as long as you have dice, you can keep doing stuff.
Yeah. I go again.
Alright, again, as before she completely resisted, this time you get in. You get the thoughts of... Let me read something real fast. You immediately learn the surface thoughts of the creature. What is most prominent on their mind is action, blah, blah, blah.
Which means
you're
what's
in.
happening now.
Basically, you get the surface thoughts. It's like, what is happening? They know. No, stop them. Get off of me. And from here, she can try and push you out, but you can also try and get deeper to ask specific questions type of things.
Yeah, get deeper. Get in there.
So you're in, but she's still resisting.
Shut up, Lucky. Yeah. Like, I gather she'll still resist.
She is going to keep resisting pretty hard.
I
Whoa.
had a
Don't worry, it's
feeling
not
she
that big.
might.
How'd she get a 7?
You didn't see the roll. Yeah, anyways. This will be fun.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, there it is. Sorry.
She is both physically and mentally trying to break free, so both of you have to match this.
Both of us?
Yep.
That'll be fun. I can match the 7. If I want to match the freaking 8, I'm just gonna have to use the 4. And I'm gonna run out of die very quickly.
But I'm not.
Well, can you
Oh, I
add
can
any
see
of the
that.
traits to this?
I have no traits, really. Oh. What traits do I actually have?
Do you have a relationship with me or
Kinship with
Storm
the group.
Chaser?
Yeah,
You can
are.
add that because you're doing stuff with the group.
Yeah, I guess.
Your religious base one, because we're trying to see if there's a demon here or something.
Mm.
Let's have a look at them.
Demons.
Let's have a look. You have.
Well, relationship, which is a D4.
Kinship with the group.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm still questioning myself because
You
shit reasons.
Oh,
thought you
mine as
weren't a
well.
novice, but you are. So yeah,
Right.
you can do that. Add questioning yourself.
Right.
And
I'm gonna add my religious outrage and my relationship with Storm Chaser because
Storm Chaser's not
one,
here.
she's with Ironheart, because one, she is resisting our intent
Stop
to
resisting!
be religious in our whatever we're
Of course I rolled
researching,
2 2s.
and Ironheart's here.
Of course I did that.
I actually feel like for the first time, we're finally getting somewhere.
That was a poor roll. Very
Didn't
poor.
roll D4.
It's not
Yeah,
a 1.
you've got to do a plus.
Ah,
That's okay. You rolled.
You've already rolled the 4, just do a D8.
Makes sense to me.
I mean, sorry, that's a 4 from the D8. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a. And I've rolled poorly.
okay.
Oh. Okay, that's good for a D4.
So what? That's good for a D4.
Well,
Yep.
3 out of 4.
It's oh, there. It
No,
goes.
I got. Oh, Fernando did. Yeah, I poorly.
Ideally, anything that's more than a 1 is good.
Mm.
My dice are almost the same color as that ear.
Actually, that's a horn. That's not an ear. Oh, you're talking about the one
No.
down the bottom. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
It's one of them ear horns.
The most deadly of horns. So yeah, either one of you can raise now. With whatever it is you're doing.
Well, I mean, if I try to probe her mind again,
Like I said, you're
possibly
already in.
gonna-
You can just now you go deeper for specific questions. God damn it! We have to go deeper.
Yeah, I know I have to go deeper, but at the same time,
I'm gonna raise to cast my own sort of calming spell on her to try and calm her down so that he has easier access to her thoughts.
Yeah. She can resist that.
she can.
Or rather, that she breaks that by. She resists most of it because I don't know what is this, maths. Yes, that is 8. I am okay. I'm brain fighting so hard right now. Okay, she mostly resists it. She stops struggling a small bit, but is obviously still struggling. She's going to counter that by... Just your grip on her is slightly weakened as you're trying to cast 2 spells at once. So she is able to, like, get onto her stomach and then raise herself up. She's still very restricted, but she's on her hooves now.
Well, I'm gonna freaking probe her mind to keep it disorientated.
I double down on the telekinesis.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, and you get that back. You just...
Whoop.
She stands up, just right back down.
Well, I'm gonna probe her mind even harder by saying, what happened here, Evan? Miss Rush?
So you get into her mind, and you hear
Sure.
just loud, angry screaming.
That's 4.
Yeah, that's all she can do.
Oh, damn.
We
Wow.
won.
And she takes fallout from that. So
Mm.
this was...
Yes, she does.
I mean, technically it's talk, but I would say it's kind of more physical, because it's mental, rather than just talking. Slash roll.
It's a
3d6.
psychological
Yeah, psychological, that's the word. Oh wow, that's a 10. That's a total of 10.
Damn.
Good thing I
She
pulled out
doesn't
my
get
cheat
it.
sheet earlier. Let's have a look
She
at
doesn't
it.
She doesn't get lasting, but she gets.
No, she gets
no.
lasting. It's 8 or lower that's temporary.
No.
If the sum is 8 or higher, the character suffers lasting harm.
No. Okay. Great. Wait. No, that's bad.
I mean, it's not... Like, it's not there. It's basically their stats are changed rather than they take physical damage or whatever.
Yeah, but should be psychologically damaged. Fuck.
Not necessarily.
Alright, I'm going to change something on a character sheet.
And once we leave this
And
town,
she-
it'll never matter again.
Yeah, pretty much. Well,
Yeah.
if you leave.
Yeah. If we leave.
Let's settle down and live here forever.
Yeah, sure, that's what I meant.
After this, possibly not a good idea.
But they throw great parties.
Yes,
So
but
I'm just gonna
damn it,
delete all these.
that 2, the 2 and the 2 1s should actually go over the other side.
Yeah, either way. I'm deleting those because the conflict is over.
We win.
So
Don't
she is slumped to the ground, and you have access to her mind, but gonna let you ask one question before something happens.
What do I ask? That's another thing.
What's wrong with this town, or
what happened to you last night?
There's resisting,
or
and
just
it's the internal mind kind of thing where there's voices coming from all directions, and when you get, like, they're quiet in the distance, echoey, there's the loud echoing of what your answer is that is, the ritual was shared.
Ritual.
The unbeknownst father in another. Help me. You made a deal.
Wind, right? Can you help us with what is going on?
So, You still holding her down?
Yeah.
Alright, she is... It looks like she is not resisting, but it very much feels like she's not trying to move at all. It's clear that she's not. But there is a force on the magic that you're applying to her that's pushing you back.
Can I perform an exorcism?
Windrush, the ritual was performed.
You... Get off me! Ah, hurts! Ah! She just starts screaming in pain.
Windrush, please. We need to know.
She looks up at you and her eyes have just rolled back in her head.
Can I perform an exorcism?
Yeah. At this point, you're definitely sure. You have a pretty good idea of what's going on.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I walk up.
you know, the quickest way to perform an exorcism is an execution.
But we don't know what's exactly going on. All we know is that there's something here.
Oh, a heavy image for this.
Oh crap! The freaking town's got devil worshippers, demon worshippers.
It may not be the whole town. It might just be the
Just
few.
Yeah. Damn.
How many?
Things got really interesting.
There was a deal. What deal?
So I reckon an exorcism would be faith, which I said was acuity and... No, it was heart and will.
Yeah.
So why
Which
don't
is
you roll
different
that and probably religious outrage as well.
Wait, is that Fernando or myself?
She's the one who
Fernando.
wants to perform the exorcism. Damn, I swear I had the picture of this.
Fernando, can we please, before you do the exercise, try to find out what is actually here?
She's unconscious. You're
But
not
I've-
getting anything else out of her.
Not out of her conscious mind, but there's definitely a deeper consciousness there. I mean, if you want to do it, roll with it.
Damn, I can't find the
I'm not going to take part with an exo. And only because we still have little clue of what's actually here.
If she's possessed by a demon, all you're doing is talking to the demon, and we don't deal with demons.
You're right, we don't. However, if we can find out what's going on, it's better than nothing. I mean, we can even get a name of who made a deal and with whom.
Feel like she's the one who started it.
You sure it's not someone else? Because, I mean, from what we heard, Gold Rush has got a child now on the way, and
Because of her.
and we've got Sunflower that's got a baby as well. There are two.
Sunflower is completely naive and has no idea about any of this. Would I add my Book of Life?
You know what? I reckon you would. And probably the
And
jar of dirt.
Yep.
Can I ask why you don't want to let I'm not there, so I can't really say anything. I'm trying to say some stuff out of character, but
Storm Chaser, if you want to come down, I'm out of here. I won't take part in this.
I'm guarding.
Why? That's our job.
We need to
That
find
is,
out what's here. We only found out
and we can
there's
find
something.
out from her once she's not possessed by a demon.
Are you sure she'll still have the same memories? Or would the tainted memories be better than ones of pure? I don't know.
Would the demon even tell us the truth?
It would try to, make a deal with one of us, but
But would that
we,
be the
we,
truth?
we don't make deals with them. I know it'll try to do everything it can to stop the Exo from going ahead, but we need to try something that doesn't hinder our investigation of what's going on.
What sounds like what's happening here, like Fernando's totally acting within her rights as a dog, really.
Yeah.
And your
you're
character's
sounding kind of betraying-ish by even considering talking to a demon.
She's not wrong.
So
I mean, I use my religious outrage, so I'm completely in that sort of mindset now.
So the only thing I can think of is that you may have to try and cast something to try and convince Fernando to back off at this point.
It's not that I want to. It's not that I want to go back on what I pledged to. It's I want to find out who started it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Whoever started it, we can find out from the demon to begin with. We can find out who started it. That way we can just do one instead of doing a whole massacre of the town.
Yeah. See, the predicament is that you guys are both acting within your characters. Like Fernanda's playing within her character completely as a dog, right? So it's like, I mean, remember the other option is for us to pacify the town. Yeah. And totally, with your character, it's like obviously, all these kind of events has brought your character to this point. Now, potentially you can engage a conflict with Fernando to try and to get it back off. Now, just to recap with your delving into Windrush's mind, how deep did you go? Because I was AFK.